Good evening, guys and girls. For those of you that started to watch us last night, we thank you. For those of us that were waiting for us to finish this off, the graphics guy is still fired. We hit into a giant wall of technical difficulties last night. Just the start of this match. So this is the continuation of last night's episode of Storm. We figured those of you that missed it, here's the walkout one more time. Different rant than what we came into with last night, but you know, that's gonna happen. I can also tell you folks that unless we run into more difficulties, Wednesday night will be the last episode of Storm of the year. And then next Sunday, we plan on finishing up our season with the Cease and Desist HD remix, and then a few days later we will have our award show. Most nominations are lockdowns, pretty straightforward. There are a few we're still up in the air about. We will have to wait and see. Something jokes about Ohio and Toronto and not being Philadelphia, something. TZ Valentine looks ready to try to stake his claim to a Headhunter title shot next season. We know that if Sakamoto Omega is successful, 404's already kind of got his hat in that ring for the next shot. Kirsty Ramone wins at the Cease and Desist HD remix, and Valentine wins here. He will be in that similar position. We will have to wait and see till at least Sunday night. Valentine's attitude shifts since being thrown out of Killer X. He's become a lot more aggressive. Secondary opening bell, I guess, since we kind of opened up last night. Ramon opens things up with a quick gut wrench suplex. Quick snap DDT. Kirsty Ramone kicking on all cylinders early right here. Valentine up and over. And the quick shoulder tackle takes him back first into the barricade. Ramone drops the elbow on the outside. Referee's count at 3, Ramone. With that gourd buster. Valentine fighting back off the ground with the King Hippo punch. And that short Japanese style arm drag. Pops up into the Meteora. Valentine finally getting his momentum going here. Referee's count at 7, Ramone introduced face first into that turnbuckle post. Ramone back in, Valentine back in. This match is going to continue. Valentine working on that arm, trying to take some of that power out of Ramone. Reversal on the Irish whip sent into the corner. Ramone follows it up with that running lariat. Off the ropes. Drops the elbow one more time. Looked like Valentine was trying to roll out of the way, instead just took it in the kidney. Cobra Kai sweeps the leg. Quick round kick. Ramone stands up right after it. Flipping reverse DDT. Valentine on that second rope. Going for the bipolar coaster. Ramone stuffs it. drops the elbow to the inside of that knee joint. Valentine up on the shoulders. Driven head first into that turnbuckle. Sent down into the far corner. Caught him with an STO on the way back in. Into the cover. Hooks the outside leg. Only gets a 1 count. That swift kick across those shoulder blades. Valentine ties up the arms one more time. Stretches that arm backwards. And then steps on the wrist. I spent a lot of time working on that left. Has a hold of it again. And that's just gross. And a kick to the chest. His leg's still fully functional though, fighting back with that leg strength. Reversal on the Irish whip up and over the rope. Knocks him off with the right. Roman gonna take a minute, let his arms rest back up. Deciding to give chase out to the playground. Has Valentine up on the shoulders one more time. And then running him almost with a sort of tackle spear thing into that barricade. And then dropping the rights. Fire pro elbow. And Valentine set back into that barricade. Dodges the shoulder tackle. Drops Ramon with that reverse DDT neck breaker. Ramon sent back in. Valentine is the more experienced wrestler here. I would say Ramon is the more experienced fighter. Gets caught with that chop. Picked up into that atomic drop and then double leg drop. And follows out with the basement drop kick to the chest. Valentine going for that low kick, gets caught and elbowed. Turn into the face buster from that side slam. Valentine on the way up catches the dragon screw. Gets that low kick. Into the Shining Wizard. Valentine looking to steal it here. Ramon could be out. Or not. Kicked out at 2 clean. Up and over with the Northern Lights. Holds onto the bridge. Ref doesn't even start counting it. Into the brain buster. Back press hooks that leg. And Ramon out at 2.5. Toughness of 1/4, well 1/3 of the #1 contenders, I suppose. Vibrato with all sorts of twist action. Ramon sent sternum first into that turnbuckle. Valentine thinking high impact offense here. Both men all the way up into that avalanche backslide driver. Huge high angle belly to back rather suplex. I know my anatomy. And Ramon kicked out even faster after that. Knee to the spine. Ramon rolls out of the way. Big right hand staggers Valentine. Ramon with the headbutts in the corner now. And that big Polish hammer. Low kick. Ramon hooks him up. Death Wish DDT. Falls into the cover. And Valentine out at 2.9. We got chicken wings out of both men here. Ramon dropping the bombs. Valentine fighting back with a short arm shoulder tackle. Heading back up to that second rope. Mid-range jumper didn't work so well for him the first go round. Gets that bipolar coaster. Shades of Ramon's smaller partner, Jay Hellion. Valentine figure fours that neck, looking for that triad staple. Ramon fights his way out of it. Huge snap belly to belly suplex on that shield. And the cover referee right there. Only gets a 2 count. Ramon figure fours the neck. He gets the triad staple. Valentine set back into that turnbuckle. Points off with the back elbow. Quick snap face buster onto that knee pad. Ramon goes the whole way out. Looks like he was busted open off of that elbow. Fights back in with a quick clothesline. Valentine reversal on the Irish whip, but gets a shoulder tackle and payback for the one he took earlier. Valentine could be looking to take that quick count-out victory. Gives chase, however. Ramon coming back up with a drop toe hold counter. Back to work with those elbows. Looks like we may get a legit finish here. Ramon with the back elbow. Goes back to work with those headbutts. Both men busted open now. Those headbutts not going to help either man. There's that Polish hammer one more time. The series so nice, he's going to do it twice. Death Wish. Into the cover. Ref deciding to think about it before he goes into the count. He could have counted to 10. Hersey Ramon is your winner. Very hard fought between both men here. With the handshake, both men wearing that crimson mask. We may still see that fight yet next season. So we move on to women's action. As Melanie Miller, one of the Triad nominees for Female Rookie of the Year, taking on the woman that won Woman of the Year across the Triad, Val Savage. Has not been a good couple weeks for Val. Went from being Valley 2 belts to now Valley no belts. Is still recognized as the Triad Woman of the Year, unanimously. Hasn't quite found her footing the same way here in Blitz as she did in Supernova and High Class. Did have a shot at dethroning the Project Mayhem girls for their tag team titles with her partner Suzuki, who is still injured. Last week, Val was actually supposed to be part of a triple threat match to crown the #1 contenders for those women's tag team titles, but due to the injury of Sue, we ended up getting a Match of the Year candidate out of just In Limbo and the Northern Lights. So as of right now, Val is going to be watching the HD remix at home. Or from the back. I don't know. I don't know what a lot of our superstars do on their days off. Val Savage out first. And the women's champion right behind her. Running through with that double axe handle. Dives in with the crossbody and then dropping bombs. Callie Dane was the only woman to actually give Val a run for her money for that Woman of the Year candidacy. Val fighting back with the neckbreaker into that standing double stomp. There is some history with these two women. As I said, they've met over that tag team title. They fought at house shows. There has never been a one-on-one match between these two. Callie Dane could have handpicked her next opponent. Callie with those crossface shots. That hood and mask Val's wearing definitely could be inhibiting her here. Val sending in that barricade. Dane with the headbutts now, beating the ever-loving bricks off of Val Savage here. Val fighting back with that low kick into the running enziguri. And while we may have not be getting Mel Miller and Val Savage, it looks like we may have our women's title match for the HD remix. As we move on to our Blitz division, as champion and challenger meeting for the first time in one-on-one competition. As your #1 shocker of the year, Stevie Ray Vaughan, the man who won that last chance ladder match, is going to be taking on Nightmare, the man who won that fatal four-way at Dilly Dilly. Nightmare outlasted those guys and now former champion Jay Hellion. Stevie Ray Vaughan picked his spot in that six-man ladder match. Was arguably the underdog going in, unless you actually know Stevie Ray Vaughan and the fact that his undefeated streak started beating both members of the Wild Stallions. The team where each man outweighs him by at least double-ish. Stevie Ray Vaughan should probably not be in the spot he's in coming up to our pay-per-view. But he is. He also pays for our pyro budget. And our late-night TV spots. The man who has outshone his former charges in the Gentleman's Club. He's definitely at least outshone Easy Rick. Nigel, debatable. The Bud Light Black Belt. Living the Miller High Life. I can make all the beer references. The Mullet Messiah. Prince of the Trailer Park. I got 1,000 of them. These two men's personalities couldn't be any different. Skeevy not even going to take the sunglasses off. Staring down the pyre that he paid for. As our Blitz division champion, our junior division, our cruiserweight division, call it what you will. Nightmare, the most decorated man in Blitz this season. 2-time tag team champion.
Alright, that's it.
1-time and current Blitz division champion. The tallest member of that Blitz division. Finalist of the Super Junior World Cup over in high class. It's been one hell of a rookie season for this young man. The second youngest member of the Triad to hold gold this year. Eddie Hazard hasn't beat by, I want to say, a year and a half-ish. And Nightmare using that speed and height advantage early with that shoulder post head scissor takedown. Using those long legs to kick across the sternum and kick 3 people in the front row. Knocks Skeevy off that apron. Nightmare had an absolute barn burner of a match last week with Sriracha. And Skeevy came down after the fact, laid out Nightmare with his own title belt. Skeevy with that jawbreaker early, fighting his way back. Introduces Nightmare into that turnbuckle post. I feel like I'm just repeating the Valentine-Ramon match. Nightmare fighting his way up with the leg strength. Big trees. Referee's count at 7. Skeevy sent in the turnbuckle post now. Referee's count at 8. Skeevy bounced one more time. I'm being told if this match does end in a countout, we will restart it. And we're good. Okay. At least if it would have ended at a countout there. Entirely too early. Skeevy staggered off those ropes. Nightmare at the short cutter. Almost a stunner. It's kind of hard to tell the angle. I guess the fact that he sat down and didn't lay on was more of a stunner. And Skeevy with some surprise agility flips out and then throws out an enziguri. Nightmare ties him up, backslide driver into the apron. Back of Skeevy's neck bounced off the corner of that apron. Nightmare directing traffic out on the outside. Skeevy fighting back with a kick down low. Both men back in. Lucha bump in the middle. This match has been primarily fought outside. Let's see what these guys can do in the ring. Nasty headlock takedown. And that's a little bully choke. Nightmare heading up top. Into the moonsault with the twist. I thought he was going dark side of the moon stomp right there. Decided not to finish it yet. Ties Skeevy up into that bow and arrow lock. Skeevy flips over. Referee doesn't even get down to make the count before Nightmare kicks out. Flips into the standing Dragon Rana. Skeevy fighting back with the Dragon Screw. Leg drop to the inside of that knee, brother. Brother. SRB with the snapmare takedown into that rear chin lock. Looking to slow this thing down to his pace. Skeevy is kind of the anti-cruiserweight. I don't think he's done anything off the top rope ever. At least nothing we can talk about on TV. Quick snap suplex, though. The fact that he flipped out of that lockout on the outside and delivered an enziguri is probably the most cruiserweight thing I've ever seen him do. Delivers a Michinoku driver, though. Nightmare set up and over. Skeevy with the forearm shot. We're getting more playground action here. Quick leg drop, brother. And Skeevy with the belly-to-belly suplex, bouncing the back of Nightmare's head off those thin-ass mats. Skeevy with the armbar, Nightmare rolling through. That traditional cruiserweight style reversal. Skeevy beats the count at 6. Northern Lights out of the corner, no bridge. Nightmare out to the apron. Blocks that right hand, brings himself back in. There's that low kick. Nightmare crosses the legs. Elm Street driver. And Skeevy out at 2.5. This match will continue. Skeevy fighting back with the arm drag takedown. Has Nightmare up and over with one more vertical. Into the cover, forearm to the face. And Nightmare out at 1. Nightmare now popping up with the arm drag takedown. Goes for that side kick. Skeevy stops and delivers that elbow to the knee. Into the snap suplex one more time. That $1 million fist drop. Stinger of a kick across that back. Delivers another one. Nightmare, however, completely unfazed. Has Skeevy up. Skeevy slips off the shoulders into that reverse DDT counter. Disrespectful forearm one more time. Nightmare out at 2. Skeevy trying to prove why he is the shocker of the year. That snap DDT that won him those 2 matches against the Stallions. Can Skeevy get one more upset in his book? And does. Nightmare stunned after that DDT. I want to say that was Nightmare's first singles loss this year. And the challenger is victorious. And putting the boots to the champion after the bell. Skeevy trying to get any sort of momentum going his way going into that HD remix. Oh man, I do not want to be Skeevy Ray Vaughan. As we get set for tag team action, as the #1 contenders, High and Mighty, taking on the team of Project Mayhem's Cade, who probably shouldn't even be out here right now, and Amadeus Keith. Cade ignoring doctor's orders after taking just an absolute beatdown at the end of his title match at Smokeout. Wizard hung his knees up on that top rope, and I don't know if Cade's just going to try to make it to the end of the season here. I don't know. I don't know what he's doing, but he shouldn't even be standing right now, to be completely honest. It's realistically going to be a whole lot of Amadeus Keith here. And Cade directing traffic. Taking on the team of Mighty Marcus and his teacher. Elite 8 member Bake. One half of the high class tag team champions. Came up just shy of winning the World Heavyweight title over in Supernova Pro at their Final Cut pay-per-view. Steel City Strong Style trying to lay their claim on the entire world of wrestling, doing what Project Mayhem had going for them earlier this year. Keith and Cade already out first. And the Risen attacking their challengers here. Alex Ever putting the beat down on Mighty. Akaoni putting the paws on Bake. Serving up High and Mighty. To the man that defeated Mighty for that Blitz Division title, and Big Hoss, Amadeus Keith. Referee talking to High and Mighty. They said they want to continue this thing. Bacon to start things off with Big Hoss Keith here. Nope, Mighty's starting it off here with Keith. Bake going immediately after Cade on the outside. Keith has a hold of Mighty. Has him up. Showing all sorts of strength up there. Delayed superplex. Crosses those arms of Mighty in that cutthroat position. Has him up in the torture rack now. Keith and partner Phoenix Vega, former contenders to those tag team straps. Lost their shot due to a chair incident. Mighty sitting in the Mayhem corner. Catches Keith with that fireman's carry takedown on the way back in, however. Huge discus clothesline. Shades of the man he just tagged in, Bake. Keith stops Bake from throwing that right hand with a whip into the Mayhem corner. Bake fighting out with that big boot. Into the German, tossing Keith into the corner. If anything, that assault from the Risen just fired up High and Mighty here. Bake with the snapmare takeover. Just running that forearm tape across that forehead. Trying to bust Keith open. Keith with that fireman's carry takedown, however. Bake responds with one of his own. Keith sent High and Mighty corner. Bake with the quick tag. Ties up Amadeus Keith, drops him with the package pile driver. Mighty right there to pick up the slack. Showing all sorts of power for a cruiserweight into that brainbuster. Definitely throwing shade at Cade, who uses that top rope brainbuster. And Mighty with that Bake style gut wrench toss. Mighty huge chop to the neck of Keith. Neck is figure forward. Keith fighting his way out of that triad staple. Big Uranage slam. Keith tossing Mighty around like he's a cruiserweight because he is. Has a hold of that arm. Quick short arm lariats. Finishes it up with one more. Could be getting the first look of tandem offense. No, Mighty still fighting out of the corner into that sleeper slam. Falls into the cover, hooks that outside leg. Keith out at one. The entirety of the Steel City Strong Style camp has had issues with Project Mayhem all year. I mean, to be facing everyone has had issues with Project Mayhem all year. Mighty sent face first into that turnbuckle in the bad neighborhood. Tags Cade in. Cade with that running shoulder tackle, holds Mighty in the corner. Gets caught with that running back elbow out of the huge Haas. Cade definitely moving a little bit gingerly on that leg, trying to head up to the second rope. Bake right there, knocks Cade off, but manages to fight through and dive down with that forearm. Mighty up on the shoulders, slips off. Reverse DDT counter. Bake brought back in. The bell's rang. This is not an official match yet, however. Cade bounced out of the corner, got caught with that falling neck breaker. Bake with that gut buster. Cade looked like he was trying to fight his way off of it. Gets spun around with that huge shot. Spun into that high angle thunder bomb. Cade tossed into those ropes. Quick bounces back up. Sends Bake pillar to post. Gets caught that back elbow. Bake going for the bait crusher. Stevie gets a dub. And then caught that huge running lariat from Cade. Bake's that mayhem corner. Standing switch. Cade trying to get out of there. Knows what sort of condition he's in right now. Bake with the reversal on the Irish whip into the standing cutter. That mayhem cutter that Breeze and Callie Dane use. Definitely complete disrespect to their opponents here. Mighty runs through with that single leg drop kick. And marches up and drops the elbow to that heart. Cade fights up with the European uppercut, however. A big rising knee staggers his former rival. Mighty fighting back with the shots. There's the German. Cade could be going for a ride here. Fouls up with the Dragon. Mighty could be taking Cade up for a ride on the Three Rivers. Gets that straitjacket, no bridge. Cade sent back into the high mighty corner. Up on the shoulders, into the steel curtain. Bake falls into the cover, hooks that leg. Keith there to break up the count. Keith stuck in the corner. Big Steel City Lariat drops Cade. Cade sent back into the high mighty corner. Could be looking for from the other side. Hung back up on the shoulders. Steel curtain one more time. And Bake finally starts this match with that running DDT on Amadeus Keith. Cade, though, found a way to kick out at 2. And Mighty throwing that triad staple elbow set. Hits that rolling senton. 46% accuracy on the season. Bake brought back in. Cade with that arm drag takeover, however, fighting his way back. Taking a second to taunt the crowd here in the Storm Shelter. Not sure that's what you want to do against Bake right now. Cade up on the shoulders. Turning that alley-oop snake eyes. Cade busted open. Catches that stomp, however, fights his way back up. Swings that leg out. Bake's into that far corner now. Cade takes him, no reversal. Into the face buster. Leg drop, brother. Follows it up with another one. Keith also looks like he got busted open. And Cade dropping the knee. Cade not fighting like a man that can barely stand right now. Adrenaline does weird things. And Bake with the cross bake. Cade rolls through it. Bake sends Cade into the bad neighborhood. I guess the good neighborhood compared to me. Cade, though, fighting his way out with the big boot. Into that knee buster, or face buster. Neck breaker. He hit some part of the body on his knee. Bouncing that arm off the mat. Cade has Bake hooked. Game over. Bake dead center. Cade may have just made a mistake, angering the Vanilla Gorilla. Fighting back out of the belly-to-belly suplex at the... Bake with the double leg takedown. Brings Mighty back in. Cade trying to crawl away, bring Keith back in. Mighty stops him. Bounces that knee off the mat. Rolling senton one more time. Mighty off the ropes. Just running them for fun. Mighty, the only man not wearing the crimson mask here. Mighty Crusher stopped by Cade. Sorry. Stevie's 0-2 dubs now. Tandem offense. Mighty throwing like a missile into that clothesline on the Cade. Fighting off the ground with the up kick though. Bake said mayhem corner. Cade needs to tag out here. Bake saw that tag attempt coming though. Fights back with the fireman's takedown. Drops Cade into that backbreaker. Dives through, brings Keith back into this match. Plants Bake with a big boot, makes it a pair. Third kick attempt caught. Bake kicks him in the hamstring. Immediately suplex attempt stopped. Huge lay rate in the mayhem corner. Nasty face wash with those boots, trying to rip that cut open even further. Keith off the ropes, into that running kick. That'll definitely slough off a few layers of skin. Standing switch in the corner, Bake fight his way out. Big snake eyes. Has Keith up, high angle thunderbomb one more time, hooks the leg. Keith grabs the ropes immediately. Bake off the ropes into the Fat Boy squash. That laceration on the forehead of Bake's definitely ripped open a little bit more after those boots. Trying to work on the knees of Keith now, however. Right hand stop, Keith retaliates with the forearm of zone. Pops Bake up, catches him into the gut wrench German style suplex. Has Bake up, Emerald Flosion. Keith measuring, has Bake up on the shoulders. Spins him out. Welcome to Anarchy. Pulls him away from those ropes. Into the cover, Cade right there. Mighty breaks it up to 2.5 though. Cade just a step too slow. Mighty flips out of the suplex attempt from Cade. Gets caught with the forearm. Bake with the Baker bomb on Keith. Cade drops Mighty with the suplex. Bake all the way up. As Keith measured, ties him up with that inverted Bake gut wrench. It's not inverted, nothing was inverted about that. Bake all the way up one more time. Fat guy moonsault. Into the cover. Mighty still on the outside. Cade in to break it up. This match continues. Standing switch. Mighty. Cade kicks out that back knee of Bake. Bake going back to work on the arm joints of Keith. Once with the double axe handle. Keith just shakes it off. Big belly to back suplex to Bake into the cover. Both of these men absolutely gushing blood right now, looking like a Japanese horror film. And Keith has grabbed his fingers into that cut, has wrenched it backwards, and then delivered a huge northern lariat. Cade brought back in. Out of the 3 men bleeding, he's probably got the least worst of it right now. The smallest man in the match. Double axe handle to the back of Bake's noggin. Bake coming up with that wrestling style takedown though. Surprise ninja. Cade fighting back with the tilt-a-whirl head scissor. Last match we said that Stevie Ray Vaughan is one of those anti-cruiserweights. Cade is also kind of in that field. Doesn't do a whole lot of flying or aerial or agility stuff. Is definitely one of the bigger brawlers in that division. Steps on that bad knee of Bake and then tags Keith back in. Ref taken out by the big Haas. Bake with the gut buster onto Keith now. Mighty taking a second to recover on the outside. Talking strategy with his mentor. Steps on that neck of Keith. Big knockout knee. Bake thinking front slam. Keith using the quick agility. Much quicker for a big man than he should be. Bake standing switch into the German. Steel City Lariat takes Keith out of his boots. Mighty brought back in here. Big knockout right hand. Keith spun around. German suplex, short angle from Mighty. Into the Dragon. Could be looking to finish those Three Rivers on Keith. Big feat of strength into the bridge. Keith out at 2.8. He spins him around. Takes him on the German one more time. Grabs a hold of that wrist. Brings him in. Blizzard at 93. Mighty into the cover. Then Cade stuffed with that Bake running DDT. Keith kicks out at 2.5. And Mighty showing ridiculous amounts of strength. Takes Keith up and over with that Bake specialty one more time. Keith's in pillar to post, far corner. Standing switch, playing a little bit of possum. Mighty fights out with the headbutt though. Keith grabs a hold of Mighty. Emerald explosion, hooks the leg. Bake broke it up at the absolute last possible fraction of a second. Mighty up on the shoulders. Keith spins him out. Welcome to Anarchy. Pulls Mighty back to center of the ring. Falls into the cover. Bake breaks it up one more time. Takes down Cade in the process with that forearm. Keith looking to show off some of that power. Deadlift powerbomb. Brings Mighty back to his feet. Just toss him up real quick onto that top turnbuckle. Brings him up into the muscle buster. It's like a 12-foot drop from there. Sends him right back in. Sternum first. Mighty fighting back with the elbow. Has Keith up. Drops him with that gourd buster. Mighty heading up top one more time. Waiting for Keith to get to his feet here. In with the brain chop. Figure fours that neck. Keith muscles his way out. Fights out of the staple there. And Bake has a hold of Cade on the outside. Mighty up on the shoulders. Drop throat first into that hot shot. Sent neutral corner one more time. Keith has him measured up, has him up on the... No. Nasty buckle bomb. Amadeus Keith just having his way with Mighty, and as I say that, Mighty fighting back with the headbutt. Keith catches him, tossing him into his own corner with that big overhead belly-to-belly suplex. Trying to hang Mighty's ankles up the same way Cade's were. Mighty brought back into that short arm lariat. Keith maintaining control. Hits him with another one, saying, I'm the one with all the lariat strength here, kid. Pulls him back one more time. Bake looking for the tag. Keith stops it. Just inches. Then hits Mighty with that gut wrench toss. Bake's the man that popularized and possibly innovated that move. Cade back in. Tackles Bake off the apron. Spins Mighty around. Hooks the leg. Game over. Going for the stomp. Mighty rolls out of the way. Set far corner. I referenced this move earlier. Cade could be looking for the horrible night for a curse. And Cade turns his attentions to Bake for some reason. Bake catches Cade. Cade flips out of the German on the outside. And it takes Bake down with that falling arm breaker. I don't know what the strategy is of Cade here. Goes back in, Mighty perched on top. Cade sends Mighty pillar to post, however. Could be looking to finish what he tried to start a minute ago. Follows Mighty up. Has him up. Horrible night for a curse, brainbuster. Into the cover. Bake still has some momentum left. Broke that pinfall up at 1. Mighty not moving too well right now after taking the top rope brainbuster. Fights Cade off of that fireman's carry takedown, however. Cade spun around. Mighty with that full Nelson bomb. Cade sent far corner, bad neighborhood for him. High and Mighty side. Fighting his way out the big boot. Into that wrestling toss. Looked like he was going German, decided to just go straight up and down with it. I guess German would be up and down, those were off to the side. Trying to work on one of the lariat arms of Mighty now. Mighty sent up into that corner to the awaiting Amadeus Keith. Irish whip, there's the drop toe hold. Keith dropping the elbow to the small of the back. Mighty dives through, tags in Bake. Bake with the big lariat, almost a running haymaker. Decided not to give Keith any sort of running room here. Went for that rear waist lock. Keith fights out of it real quick. Fights out of the powerbomb with that back body drop. Bakes that mayhem corner. Bake brought in, mayhem cutter. Dead center of the ring. Cade into the cover. Mighty splits it up at 2.5. Cade looking to fly, goes all the way up. Bake's 3/4 of the way across the ring. Cade, you're not going to hit anything. And as I say that, Cade absolutely misses that drop kick. I think even the best of times, with full strength legs, he's not going to make that distance. Cade with the King Hippo punch. Big European uppercut. arm drag takedown. Cade with the King Hippo punch. Cade morsel out of the corner into that neck breaker. Has Bake up on the shoulders. Into the flapjack. Bake looked like he was drugged down that top rope face first. Bake spins, gets spun around. Big back suplex from Cade. Bake rolls to the outside for a moment, trying to break that contact. Cade with that takedown one more time. Stopping Bake right in front of his partner Mighty. Now working on that elbow joint. Cade looking for that belly to belly suplex. Bake breaks it up with the elbow and then brings Cade into that short arm lariat. Super Fat Boy splash. Cade, thankfully for his sake, rolled out of the way real quick. Sends Bake into the Mayhem corner. Brings Keith back in. Quick go around. Mayhem cutter on Bake one more time from the other side. Cade stops Mighty, but Bake kicks out at 2.9. Neither team wanting to give up here. Keith dropping the combo onto the forehead of Bake. An absolute river of blood coming out of both of these hosses now. Keith with that big belly to back suplex. Both cruiserweights brought back in here. Mighty with that running lariat makes it a pair. Decides one more for good measure. And that short Fat Boy splash, not so Fat Boy splash. Mighty slingshots in with the crossbody right next to Amadeus Keith. Measuring Cade. Jackrabbit DDT. Yes, we're going with the Jackrabbit. Took us the entire season to name it. We're going with the Jackrabbit. Mighty going to work with those elbows. Bake still out on his feet at ringside. Mighty going for the front slam. Cade stops with a rising knee. Standing switch in the corner. Cade getting sent pillar to post. Bake finally up on that apron. Fighting off with that hip toss. European uppercut staggers Mighty. Looking to hand him offense one more time is Project Mayhem. Mighty still fighting back. Big headbutt to that neck joint region. And then Beal into the corner. Running leg drop, brother. Mighty directing traffic, has a hold of Cade, snapmares him down. Figure fours the neck, delivering those elbows, trying to bust that cut open a little bit further. Mighty second rope, mid-range jumper game. On point with the brain chop. Mighty brings Cade back in, that short spine buster. Bake brought back in. Steel City Lariat takes Cade absolutely out of his boots. Cade's not going to like the view. Mighty brought back in, Cade hooked up. Steel curtain, dead center of the ring, into the cover. Bake with that running DDT one more time. Spikes Keith, and Cade still kicking out. That toughness of the Project Mayhem members a plus 47. Cade fighting his way out of the staple. Hangs Mighty up on those ropes. Big lariat to the outside. We need doctors ready at the back. We have 3 men absolutely busted open profusely. Cade's legs should not be able to move the way they are right now. Cade up and over on the shoulders of Mighty. Reverse DDT counter. Keith completely on Dream Street on the outside. Cade hooks Mighty up. Game over. Mighty brought back to his feet. Sent far corner. Cade could be looking for a curse one more time. Mighty saw it coming, fights back with the rising knee. Short arm lariat. Bake brought back in here. As Cade in that short recliner delivering those forearm shots. Cade on offense out of Mayhem one more time. Into the cover. Bake out of 2. Mighty sent up and over the ropes by Cade. Keith digging his fingers into that cut, raking backwards. As Bake up on the shoulders, Emerald Flosion. Bake pops back up with the European uppercut, however. Big belly to Baker suplex in the high and Mighty corner. Mighty brought back in here. Brings Keith out of the corner slightly. Fat Boy splash. Mighty going for that slingshot one more time. Keith saw it coming, dodges out of the way. Rising knockout knee, staggers Mighty. Sent into the Mayhem corner. Mighty sent off the ropes. Shades of Run PGH with that sweet and sour. Project Mayhem with absolutely no respect here. Cade ties Mighty up. Yellow Devil driver, spikes his head off that center shield. Into the cover. Bake breaks it up at 2.9. Keith giving chase, ref taken down. Bake trying to take Cade out with that steel steady lariat. Cade dodged it. Double axe handle that forehead of Mighty. Mighty the only man not bleeding right now. Caught with another leg drop, brother. Mighty fighting over. Reverse DDT counter. Rolling senton. Mighty's the only person that can hit that thing more often than he misses it. As Cade hooked up, throwing those cross bake shots one more time. Cade is absolutely awash in his own blood right now. And Bake continuing the pressure on that forehead. Big lariat takes down Bake. Cade taking that thing from way downtown. Trying to work on the injured knee. Bake fighting back, going to Cade's injured knees. Bake hung up in the Mayhem corner. Dumps Cade up and over. Brings Mighty back in. Quick do-si-do, both men back in. And Cade dumped right back out by Mighty. Cade sent hip first into that barricade and caught that running tornado DDT. The MDT. Cade quick whip back in. Mighty with that elbow to the forehead. Mighty drops Keith off that apron. Mighty fight gets caught with that knee then. Fighting out the belly-to-belly attempt from Cade. Fat Boy combo out of Mighty. Into the cover. What's Cade got left? At least enough to kick out at 2. Cade sent neutral corner. And then whips shoulder first into the turnbuckle post. Big double axe handle out of the corner. Huge discus right hand, drops Cade. Mighty is exerting his will right now. Measuring Cade. Takes him for the ride on the German. Maintains wrist control. Blizzard at 93. Falls into the cover. Keith takes out Bake and the ref, misses the pinfall attempt. Cade still down. Ref could have counted to about 18 right there. Cade with the King Hippo punch. Runs through Mighty with that forearm. Brings Mighty back to his feet. Sends him neutral corner. Bake out on the outside, far corner. Cade, that falling fist drop. Heading back up to the second rope. Double axe handle attempt. Mighty blocks it. Doesn't block that right hand or that shot to the turnbuckle pad. Does fight his way out with the big boot though. Belly to belly attempt blocked by Cade. Hooks Mighty up. Swings him out into the game over. Quickly crawls into the cover. And Mighty out again. Big toss with that belly to belly from Amadeus Keith. Sits down with the Michinoku driver, does Cade. Cade is Mighty up one more time. Drops with that flapjack. Mighty looks like he was finally busted open after that falling fist drop. Dropped into that gut buster. Cade fighting like a man absolutely possessed right now. Mighty knew that Horrible Night for a Curse was coming. Fights out of the corner with that DDT. Has a hold of that wrist, maintains control, delivering a pair of kicks to the sternum into that short arm lariat. Mighty running the ropes into that running leg drop, brother. Cade sent into the turnbuckle, fights out with an elbow. Mighty sent Mayhem side. Cade has a hold of Keith, tosses him like a missile. That was about 350 pounds of giant coming your way. Mighty up on the shoulders. Spun out. Welcome to Anarchy. Into that cover. And Bake breaks it up one more time. Referee not having a good day, taken out one more time. Mighty fighting off the ground with that jawbreaker. Going for the neck breaker. Keith pushes his way out of it. Mighty with the shot down low. I'm being told we're giving this match about another 10 minutes before we're calling it a draw. Mighty turned inside out with that sidewalk slam. Mighty up. Drop to that Emerald Flosion driver one more time. Sent back the Mayhem side of the ring. Cade brought back in. Sweet and sour right in front of Bake. Cade that back with that belly to back suplex overhead. Butterflies those arms, could be looking for it one more time. No pause button trick here. Yellow Devil driver. Into the cover. And finally, Project Mayhem seals the deal and beats the #1 contenders. All four men hit all of their big moves here. Kay took 2 quick back-to-back rides on the steel curtain. I don't know how Cade was alive, honestly. Took multiple Steel City lariats. Would hit multiple game overs on both members of the High and Mighty, but in the end would hit that Yellow Devil driver one more time on Mighty. The endorphin rush of Cade, the sight of his own blood definitely powered him through that. Keith absolutely just looks like a horror movie scene right now. That attack of the Risen definitely pumped up the guys in High and Mighty. But in the end, it was not enough. So we get set for our main event of the evening. The current #1 contender to the World Championship, Fergal Flynn, set to tie it up with the big hoss Hugo Lazarus, the inaugural World Champion. Last week, Fergal Flynn did what most people said was impossible and actually found a way to beat Ray Damonio in one-on-one competition. Absolutely laid him out with that Doombringer elbow. We'll be looking to do the same to Hugo Lazarus here. Lazarus in what most people are going to consider the Supernova Pro match of the year with that hoss fight he had with Layaga at Final Cut. Merch Messiah, Final Boss, tying it up, main event time. Or not, here we go. Lights are down as we await the entrance of the Merch Messiah, the man who won our first Real Horror Show Battle Royal. Punching his ticket to the HD Remix. The man who until this year sold the top selling shirt, well, the rest of the title I guess wasn't a thing yet, but still had the best selling shirt in High Class until this year. He probably still has it in High Class, but triad wide he's been knocked off the perch a little bit. Teamed with High and Mighty at Dilly Dilly successfully in that 6-man elimination match. Swept the Risen and Ray Damonio. Merch Messiah out to a chorus of boos here. And not the kind of boos he prefers. Of course, he doesn't care how he's booed or boozed. We await the entrance now of the final boss. The man who some argue if the referee hadn't stopped him from giving chase to Lealga in that title match, he would be your new Supernova Pro Television Champion. Decided to come back home where he started back in Blitz to finish off his season. Has signed a deal to return at least for 2 more years across the triad. I'm told he's also working on endorsement deals from a couple companies, but he can't quite talk about yet. Final boss looks ready for action here. Merch Messiah, final boss. Main event time, we are a go. Collar elbow tie up out of these big bulls. Lazarus showing the strength first, pushing Fergal Flynn back into his own corner. Looking for the clean break. Flynn with that right hand shot over the ref. Flynn ducks the lariat, has Flynn up, drops him with that quick gory neck breaker. Flynn fighting off the ground with a King Hippo punch. Going for that overhead belly to belly. Lazarus boxes the ears. Has Flynn up, neck breaker onto that knee. Onto that I would assume is an exposed knee pad. Arm outstretched. Lazarus drops the knee to that elbow. Lazarus trying to work on that Doombringer arm. Has Fergal Flynn caught, catches him with that sleeper slam. Lazarus here in full control with another neckbreaker variation. So much of his offense goes to work on that neck. Drops that headbutt, however. Big brain chop. The only man that does it from a standing position in Blitz. Besides, he's tall enough, he's just going to hit you right in that crown of your head. Goes for the headbutt. Flynn fights back with the elbow. There's that belly to belly he was looking for earlier. Delivers that chop to the throat of Lazarus and then a kick across the back. Going to work on the arms of Lazarus now. Quick snapmare down out of Flynn. Into that rear chin lock. Lazarus fighting his way up into the jawbreaker, causing the hold to be broken. Chop to the throat. Flynn sent up and over that top rope. Lazarus spins him out. Brings him back in. Hangman's neck breaker off the second. I was going to say, I don't know if you want to go to the outside with Flynn, but if there's anyone that can do it in Blitz, it would be Hugo Lazarus. Flynn introduces him to that top turnbuckle post. Lazarus fights his way out with the fireman's carry takedown. Quick snapmare into that corner. Has a hold of the mustache, brings him up. Layout reverse DDT. Spinning neck breaker. I don't know if Lazarus was quite prepared for this matchup tonight. Not Lazarus, rather Flynn. Lazarus looks absolutely prepared for this. Quick shoulder tackle takes Flynn to the outside. Lazarus dives down with the forearm. Has Flynn up. Flynn slips off. Reverse DDT counter on the outside. Flynn, multiple champion in the ultra-violent division in high class. Is probably more familiar fighting outside than he is in the ring. Big delayed vertical on that outside mat. Referee's count at 7. European uppercut out of Lazarus. Both men back in. Ref's count broken. Flynn takes Lazarus up and over. Looking to bring him in the hard way. Has him up. Plants him at the vertical. Forearm taped to the face. Lazarus kicks out at 1. The absolute bonkers resilience of Hugo Lazarus. Spins Flynn out in that neck breaker one more time. Flynn sent up to the apron. Lazarus giving chase. Has him hooked, no. Steps off with a pile driver to the outside, off of the apron. Flynn might be dead. Falling headbutt. Not sure you want to headbutt Fergal Flynn, unless you're Samoan. Lazarus slips behind one more time. Quick, gory neck breaker. Flynn fighting off the ground with the leg strength. Quick elbow drop. Referee's count at 7. Lazarus back in. Big chop. Flynn blocks it, has a hold of Lazarus. Precursor to doom. Has a hold of the legs. Splits the uprights. Flynn with that quick Doombringer didn't even wind it up. Into the cover. Lazarus could be out. And is. Fergal Flynn is your winner. Absolutely game Hugo Lazarus here, though. Looks like he had Flynn on the ropes as soon as he missed that chop, though. Not the brain chop there, but... after they fought on the outside, and that just bananas pile driver off the apron. I don't know if we're going to get a look at it. Come on, camera guy, don't let me down. There it is. Flynn's head bounced off those mats that are maybe only an inch thick. Flynn would fight back, hit that precursor to doom, and then right here, a quick Doombringer. Ray Demonio out, taking out his aggressions on his challenger. Demonio perched up top. Misses the moonsault. Fergal Flynn's the only man who's had an answer for Ray Demonio this season. Drops him with the lariat. Ducks one from Demonio. Drops him with that belly to back. That wasn't a belly to back, I'm sorry. Back body drop. Into the spine buster. Flynn has a hold of him. Precursor to doom headbutts. maintains control, brings him up to a knee. Big overhand shot. King Hippo punch from Daemonio. That's going to do it for us here tonight. Wednesday night, we will try to bring you the next episode of Storm, the final episode of Storm, and then Sunday night, we will finish out our season with the Cease and Desist HD Remix, where we will see these two men, Fergal Flynn and Ray Daemonio, take each other on in what I'm being told is going to be a 2 out of 3 falls match. So until Wednesday night, I have been your voice of choice, Dr. Marks out, signing off. Enjoy the rest of your night.